Go ahead, Carrie.
Hey, Gabe, would you mind taking us through the decision to kneel before the anthem or during the anthem tonight and the conversation that you had with the team ahead of time, and kind of the support that you wanted to express for players on both sides who wanted to kneel and who wanted to stand?
Sure. I'll start by saying that we've had a lot of conversations about the anthem over the course of the last 72 hours. And when I say we, I mean our coaching staff and our players. We connected with small groups of players. We connected with players individually, and had meaningful conversations about this topic. In addition, I think many of us reached out to people in other organizations and had a feel for how we could help amplify the voices of the Black community and other marginalized communities. And I spoke to the group today and I gave them essentially two messages. The first message was that our coaching staff and our organization would support any statement that they wanted to make. If they kneeled for the anthem, we would support that. If they stood for the anthem, we would support that too. And we wouldn't pass judgment on them for making any statement or standing up for what they believe in or expressing themselves. And the second message I wanted to share was that, what my plans were. And I did that because I wanted them to know that I wasn't pleased with the way our country has handled police brutality. And I told them that I wanted to amplify their voices and I wanted to amplify the voice of the Black community and marginalized communities as well. And so I told them that I wanted to use my platform to demonstrate my dissatisfaction with the way we've handled racism in our country. I wanted to demonstrate my dissatisfaction with our clear systemic racism in our country. And I wanted them to know that they got to make their own decisions and we would respect and support those decisions. And I wanted them to feel safe in speaking up. And so we had these kind of discussions for, the last several days, and we'll continue to have them. As we mentioned, when we were still in quarantine, we wanted to continue the difficult discussions and make them a part of the fabric of our clubhouse.
Next question is from Janie McCauley. Go ahead, Janie.
Hi, Gabe. Do you plan to continue to kneel? Is that something you're going to do going forward? And also, might you speak about having Alyssa at first base? And that was a pretty neat moment in this game as well.
Sure. Thanks, Janie. I'll start with the first question. These conversations that we've been having with players have been about multiple topics, but one of those conversations is we're going to have 60 chances in the regular season to make the same decision that we made today, to either stand or to kneel or do something different. We're going to have another opportunity tomorrow night. If all goes well, we have more opportunities than that. And among the qualities that I respect most is the willingness to change your opinion on important matters. So I don't feel the need to make predictions for anybody else on what people choose to, in the ways that our players and our staff will express themselves going forward. But I can say unequivocally that whatever they choose to do, they're going to have my full support and the support of our organization. And then with respect to Alyssa, did a great job out there at first base today. I think you saw also Mark Hallberg at third base a little bit. Woe was able to get Mark some reps out there. It was nice to to interact with him, and Antoine stepped up and made sure that Alyssa continued to her development as well on the bases.
Do we have any other questions for Gabe? All right, Mark Sanchez. Go
Hey,
ahead.
Hey, Gabe. I realize there's been a lot of conversations with the team. For you yourself, how long have you known that you would take a knee?
I think we all, and I again, I don't want to speak for everybody here, but I think we were all thinking about this for quite some time and considering it for quite some time.
Is there anything you want to see tangibly or anything like that before you stand up again?
I think tonight is a good start. I'm extremely proud of our players and staff for making both decisions. I thought everybody in our clubhouse, everybody on the field tonight, everybody in the dugout, every member of the Giants organization that was in this ballpark was very thoughtful about their choice. And I'm proud of that.
Thanks.
Next question from Henry Schulman. Go ahead, Henry.
Gabe, when you said you talked to other organizations, were the 49ers among them? And were any of your conversations with other organizations about, the best way to not let this divide a team which might have many diverse issues or points of view on the issue?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's certainly one point of view. And I spoke to people within the industry. I spoke to players and staff in baseball. And yeah, I think that conversation has come up, but I think the reason it can come off, it could potentially be divisive, is because the conversations aren't had, and the moment surprises people. And we are going to continue to ensure that our players and staff feel safe expressing themselves and peacefully protesting in any way they choose.
Thank you.
Next question is from Alex Pavlovich. Go ahead, Alex.
Hey, Gabe, it was a little hard to tell on the feed. Was that Justin Veely next to you who was kneeling with you? Okay.
Yes.
And then also, have you spoken to Mike and Austin? I think that's something we haven't seen a whole lot in sports. Have you spoken to them about their decision to join you?
We haven't talked since we all had our conversation in the clubhouse about respecting each other's choices. And by the way, I just wanted to note that players spoke about their decisions and respecting the choices of others in the clubhouse, which I thought was, which I believe united us prior to going out on the field together.
All right, I think that's all the questions we have for Gabe. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.